There is a broad and sometimes understandable distrust of government, and it's our job to try to figure out how to make people believe in our government. There's a lot of cynicism out here, and I get it. I get a lot of it. And so all we can do is try to say, look, something bad happened, and we're trying to move on.
But if you guys show up next week and just pick somebody,
for a lot of people, that would be, again, part of feeding into that.
but that's what you're planning to do.
You know what I said to you is we're a vote. It doesn't mean we can't have public hearings.
How important is getting this next mayor the right choice? How important is it? Almost 2 years.
It is probably the most important thing to happen in Charlotte in decades, because while the mayor is a weak mayor in terms of a form of government, that person has the ability to champion a lot of issues in Charlotte. And so on the airport issue, the transit system, the Blue Line, all the major issues, that person is kind of our lead spokesperson.
Are you still out of running?
As of this moment that you're asking me, yes.
We've heard you mention that you are adamantly against Raleigh getting involved. Is that the sentiment for the rest of council?
I'm not going to speak for them, but I cannot believe that any of us would be, maybe one or two people, but nobody believes that we need the state legislature to tell us how to do what they say in the city council. But they've got much, much bigger fish to fry.
But it's the voters.
Well, the voters also elected us, and so we are their representatives. I mean, in this democracy, we are here to represent the interests of the people.
Now, as I understand, you guys can't have a public meeting.
Give me a room this way.
I just want you to look this way.
Well, we're going to look this way.
Well, no, we have all gotten dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of emails and phone calls from people about what they want to see. And so, you know, we're all listening to it, we're all open to it, and we just want to align with it.
Michael, who's in at this point?
See, Dave, you're jumping on this guy.
There we go. No, that's all. My question was, who's in at this point in terms of who expressed
The people you've seen. We got Jennifer Roberts, James Mitchell. Yeah.
So, as I understand it, you guys can't meet without it being public. Well, if you can't, so how do you make that decision over the next week?
The rule is no more than 5 of us can meet at any one time on city council.
So before I can present the back seat of the car and have a conversation.
They're already in the back of somebody's car. But, I mean, so it's going to be phone calls. It's going to be, you'll see people because we all bump into each other.
You said that you wanted to narrow it down to maybe 2 leading candidates. Will we hear those people before Monday?
I think you've already heard them, but there may be others. I mean, so you've got some people on the council who've been talked about, and then there are people who are off the body who've been talked about.
More of an emotional element here. How did it feel sitting next to the chair there without Cannon's nameplate on there?
It is. It's still a very challenging experience for me to go through this. I never thought this would happen, and so it's not easy. But I've got a job to do, so I'm doing my job. I talked to him briefly at the end of last week. It was just a well-wish. I told him I was visiting his family right there, and he said so.
What do you think is going to be the most important characteristic we want to see in the next mayor? You're talking about the public pulpit. Is there one kind of thing that really should stand out?
We need somebody who is able to help us galvanize the energy that we've had, strong energy we've had for the last several years about how Charlotte will develop in the future, how we will grow in the future, and have that person help us push forward our economic development initiatives, help us defend ourselves against Raleigh with the airport, have someone who is able to grasp the issues that we've been dealing with, the public safety issues, the economic development issues, infrastructure, and help us to continue to arrive at conclusions that result in action in terms of budgetary action and outcomes, positive outcomes for sure.
Michael, we were hearing today that there was some pressure from the Black political caucus to internally.
I have heard that, but I have not heard it from the caucus. But I've heard people say it, so it's one of those things I've heard. Someone at the caucus said it, and no one said it to me, so I can't.
So again, to be clear, there may be a public hearing between now and next Monday.
No. There may be some opportunity on Monday before the vote to hear it.
But a decision will
We're
already
trying
be
to
made.
Figure that out. Maybe. I mean, I know you guys think we always decide stuff ahead of time, but that's not necessarily the case. This stuff is fluid.
Thank you. Okay.
Thanks, man.
Thank
Have a good night.